Very good afternoon. In our previous lab, we have just seen the first program of the servlet, right? And we have seen what is this deployment descriptor, right? Web.xml file. And we have seen few things about the servlet life cycle, uh, how we have, how we need to give the method from the HTML file, and appropriately we are choosing the servlet, right? Do get, do post, do put, do delete methods. So this is what we have discussed. Now in this, actually the combination of this two program in a single program, right? Write down the program for testing the include action for servlet collaboration and testing the forward action for servlet collaboration. This is what we need to do today. Let me paste the definition here. Forward action. Though we will use both together here in the program, right? This is what you need to do. I hope you have already done such kind of program in your theory session. Say yes or no. Yes, I'm asking you something. Yeah. Okay. So you already know, right, how to do this. So please try this program by your own. What you need to do is that I'm giving you just the overview. What is the main thing? If suppose there is a client, right? Client is requesting, right, for any of the web page, suppose, right? So let's say suppose one of the .html file is there, suppose index.html, right? Via this you are filling some of the details, you are filling the form. When you will click onto it, then it will be redirected to your one of these servlet. If this is your servlet 1, right? If this is your servlet 1, this servlet 1 will check for, suppose I'm having one of the login form, right? So suppose I'm having here login page.html, right? So here they will check for the username and the password. If suppose username is the correct one, username and the password, then you will be redirected to the another servlet, which is your servlet 2, right? Where maybe your name and the name will be printed, right? Name will be printed. Now here in the servlet 1 and servlet 2, directly whatever the response has been generated, we are directly forwarding this, we are serving this response to your web page, or you can say to the client. We are forwarding this. And if we are including the include response over here, then your HTML would be added, and then it will be send that response to the client. So you very well know what we are doing in forward and include, right? This is what you already know. Hopefully you have already learned this thing into your theory. Okay, so what we need to do is directly from this servlet 1, we are sending the response back that if your username and the password does not match, then it will directly go to your login page.html, where they are showing some of the message that this username and password does not match. Sorry, and try again. Such kind of message we are sending. And if the password, username and the password matches, then it will go to your servlet 2 and it will display your name. Right? This is what you are doing. I hope the idea is clear what you need to do in this. Say yes or no. Will you try this?
Okay, yes, ma'am. But we have to do a separate program, right, for both of them?
Yes, whatever the program you wish. This is what one of the example I'm giving. Here it is just saying that, no, write down the program for testing the include action. So whatever the program you like, you can. But this is what I'm giving you one of the example that you can take over here just two fields in your HTML, that login and password. I mean name and the password. Right?
Okay, ma'am. What I mean is, we can do these
You
two.
have to create here one of the index.html file, right? This is what your file. Then web.xml will be there, right? Then you will be having one of the servlet. So here is your servlet 1 and your another servlet, servlet 2. The four files will be there. I hope it is clear.
Okay, okay, ma'am.
So you can start at least with this index.html, right? You just make over here one of the label like login name. You will create the text box. For the password also you will create the text box, right? Once we will submit, and then it would be redirected to your servlet 1. Then from there it will simply fetch your username and the password. You can give the predefined password, that if here the password matches with this, whatever the password you wants to keep, right? If they are matching, then it will go to servlet 2, else it will redirect it or it will be sent back over here and it will show you that your username and the password does not match. Try again. I hope the idea is clear what you need to do. Fine. In the chat you need to write whether it is okay or not. Will you try this program or should
Okay.
I take the name?
Yes, ma'am. We will.
Please write it down into the chat. I'm not getting any of the response over here. Yes, okay. Only one is writing. What about the others? They have just joined? No. Okay, good. So please try this. Please try this. Okay, fine. If you have tried with this, then it's well and good. Otherwise, I'm showing you here how to do this. Yeah, doing okay. But I'm showing you how to do it, right? Because we need some time to solve your errors also, right? So what I'm doing here is, see, I'm creating here one of the HTML file, which is index.html, right? This is what the file I'm having in my servlet demo, right? So in this index.html, I'm simply giving the title. This is for your login page, right? Inside this body, I'm writing here login. Form inside this form, action equals to login. So that login named servlet I have created. Okay, login name servlet I have created, and for that method I'm using is get method. Okay, so appropriately I need to choose get post. Do get. Okay, not do post method. Do get method for the servlet. Now I'm creating one of the table here. Inside that I'm writing this is for the username. We are taking the input into another column. That input type equals to text and name is equals to name. Whatever the name you are giving over here, with the same name you are fetching that data. Suppose I'm simply taking here get parameter, then via this get parameter method I am taking it via this name and this pass. That what I have given over here as my input, right? Okay, so this is what for your username, this is what for your password. You need to take the type equals to password, right? And whatever the name you want to give, the same name you need to provide into your servlet. Okay, after that you have this type submit, right? And value equals to whatever the name you want to give for your button. Okay, so after that, here my index.html page is over. Fine, this is what I'm just taking username and password from user. Now what we have given into this action is login. Login means your login.java page, which is your servlet. Okay, so I have created here one of the servlet, class name as login, which extends http servlet. Here I have chosen do get method, right? This is what by default it would be created into the NetBeans HTTP servlet request and HTTP servlet response. This two classes objects we have written here. Now inside the try, this is very common, right? Response dot set content type, right? Then we are creating here this print writer object. Okay, then here I'm taking my name and this password, which is from my index.html. Whatever the user is entering, that will be fetched over here, and that will be stored as string, right? So one of the variable I have taken here string n and p, right? Name and password I'm getting. Now I'm giving here something like if p dot equals, p means your password. If user have entered the password like password 1234, then what my request dispatcher will do? Request dispatcher object equals to request dot get request dispatcher, and here I'm giving the file which is welcome, which is my another servlet. I said no, servlet 1 and servlet 2, right? So this is my second servlet, the name is welcome. Fine, it will redirect it, or it will go to, not redirect, it will go to this welcome page, right? Because that password is equals to this. Fine, so means here the username and password are the correct one. Okay, are you getting or not? You are awakened, everybody? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes. Fine. And what we will do is rd dot forward. Here we are using this forward and include both in the single example, right? rd dot forward request and response. This you are taking and you are going to this welcome page. So rd dot forward to this. Okay. Else, if it is not correct, then what you need to do, you need to print something that out dot print, sorry, the username or password are wrong, please try again. And this will again go to your index.html page, means this one, right? It will go again to this page because right now you are on which page? You are on login page, right? You have given the action like that, action equals to login, means you are at the login page but the password doesn't match. So what we need to do, if the password is not equals to this, means the request dispatcher object equals to request dot get request dispatcher, and you need to go on to this. Then rd dot include request and response. So this is what your include and this is what your forward. Both the programs I have shown you into a single thing, include action and forward action, right? If it is not correct, then you need to go over here, and if it is correct, then you need to move on to the next page, right? So after that, we will go to the welcome. In that, a very simple thing, what I have done is, I said, no, you just need to print your name. Name will be printed. This is what we are doing. So when we will go to this welcome, do get method again, response dot set content type, and this print writer object, fine. Now string n equals to request dot get parameter your name, and I'll simply write out dot print welcome the username, right? This is what I'm doing. In the web XML, you can check the mapping, because see, for your one of the project, the web XML file would be the single one where you are mapping your all these servlets, right? So first the servlet is about login and the class name is again login. Another one is welcome, the class name is welcome. So servlet mapping is login slash login, welcome slash welcome, right? And at the last, welcome file. First, whenever you will run the project, index.html file should be there to run. That's what I have mapped. Okay. So you can check your web.xml file. Whenever you create, just simply give the tick mark. Okay, that map this to your web.xml file. So here everything will be there automatically. Only this you need to set. Okay. So when I'm going to this index.html, I'll run this file. So this is what your login page, right? Username, whatever I'll give, right? And password, first I'm giving something wrong. Okay. And then I'll click on to this login. Then it will show me this, sorry, username or password are wrong, please try again. Okay. Then I'll again give some username and I'll give password 1234. That's what I have set. So it will directly go to that welcome page and it will show the username. This is what my program was. Fine. So is it clear now, everyone? Clear. Okay. One or two are just
Clear.
responding. What about the others? Should I take your name? Daraje, Eva, Mine, Gloria, Hamanot, Hyson,
It's clear, ma'am. Very
Javi,
clear.
Rohit, Salamvit. See, nobody is responding. Anyways, fine. So just finish this program with the use of forward and include. So here HTML file is done. so I can show you the servlet file. Give me the confirmation. Yes. Have you done with .html file?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Here you need to include or you need to import this package if it is not by default there, because few of the packages are there, right? But if you are getting any uh, error due to this request dispatcher class, right, then you need to import that package. I hope you understood. I hope the first sublet is done. Somebody please give me the confirmation. Nobody is responding, means nobody is doing the program. Is it so?
On my side, I'm trying, ma'am.
Yes, only one is responding. What about the others? So is this done? So I can show you the another code for the servlet too. That is why I'm asking. Okay. Uh, what is the problem, Mathus? I have done long back, but I'm getting the error HTTP status 404. So that what we have discussed into our previous session, the same issue, Mathus. Is it so that there was a problem with the Apache server? That was the problem. Previously, the servlet program was done in your computer or not? The very first program that has been executed. Say yes or no about the first program, what we have done into our previous session. Whether that is working, then I'll solve the error accordingly. First, I should know that whether the first program of servlet is working or not. That's what I'm asking. Hello. Please give me the response. I didn't complete that. Ah. Fine, just share your screen. Share your screen.
It will be more.
It's visible. You can zoom it somehow. I would be able to see the code.
Okay.
Or you can increase the font size. Please increase the font size. I'm not able to see this.
This one is too large.
Yeah, okay. Yes, Methvos. Have you done the setting? Then you can share your screen again. Yes, Matthews, please answer. Matthews, I was asking about.
Hello,
Yes, yes,
am I audible?
yes.
Okay. I've changed but I cannot fix the font size.
Just wait a minute. I hope my screen is visible now. Yes, Matthews, what I was asking, you can increase the font from the options, right? Do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, fine, Matthews. Fine, so I hope everybody have done with this program. So that is only what we are going to do, only these two programs, right? Actually, the combination of these two. One we have done, right? Um, Cookies and everything is done into your theory session or not yet? Anyone who can tell me this? You are
Which
already
one?
sitting in
Which
all.
one? Which one?
Sorry?
Which one are you asking?
Okay, okay. Just going on. Fine. Right, so that we can do in our next lab, not in this lab, right? Then we need to connect it with database. That also we need to do. Authentication filter using API. That also we cannot do. Okay, fine. So I hope this program is done. If it is done, you may write your enrollment numbers and you may leave. If the program is done, you may write your number here and you may leave the meet. I'm about to end the session. If you have not yet written your number, please write it down very quickly. David, Gloria, if you want to write your number, please write it down very quickly.